Obviously, yesterday we were discussing those calls from Penny Wong for people to leave Lebanon, and as commercial flights continue to depart from Beirut Airport, that call is not just hanging in the air, it's hanging over a lot of people's heads as well. And Australian-Lebanese businessman Joseph Zeid is one of them, and he joined me just a little earlier from Beirut.
Look, on the ground, people are a little bit nervous. Everyone's keeping an eye on the situation, but it has happened a few times over the last 9 months.
So do you think people are taking the warning seriously? It's not just the Australian government. Quite a few governments have said now's the time to get out of Lebanon. And just for your own personal circumstances, are you planning to leave soon?
Planning to leave soon for my own circumstances, not for the current situation. It has happened a few times over the last 10 months since the attack on October the 7th. But with my current circumstances and work, I've been in and out of the country quite a few times. And the situation in Lebanon, if you're used to the situation over here, it's like another day in a way. But in saying that, the situation does flare up at certain times. So we're keeping a good eye on things and having all of our plans in place just in case something does happen.
Some Australians in Lebanon at the moment, and we know it's summer, a lot of people are visiting family and things like that, they're concerned that they might be leaving relatives who are not citizens behind. What do you think should be done to help families who want to leave but are facing that kind of situation?
Well, I think the Australian government is doing what it can, giving all the warnings that it can. And in the past, if there is a situation, the Australian government has been fantastic with helping its citizens leave, whether it be sending boats or whatever resources it needs. So I think the Australian government is doing everything it can. At the end of the day, it's each person's circumstances and why they're staying back. Some people have personal circumstances where they have to provide more for the community and be here for those reasons.
Yes, you're right. The government also says that it does have contingencies in place. Just finally, Joseph, if travel between Lebanon and Australia is affected, not just in the short term, but maybe the medium term, what would that mean for you and the work that you do?
Well, it is going to put us out a bit. So, like I said, I've got to travel next week back to Australia, and if I was not able to come back to Lebanon, that is going to affect the business quite a bit. So I'm sure I'm not the only one in that situation. There's other people facing this situation. We've dealt with certain things in the last few years that have been unexpected, whether it be the COVID restrictions and everything. We have to get around it. We have to make it work. So I'm sure we'll come up with a solution and move forward from there.